time lapse. It's a powerful tool that can condense hours, days, or even years into seconds of screen time. Take this one for instance. This is one man's life flashing before his eyes, going from carefree child to goofy teenager to bespectacled young professional to silver-haired senior citizen. But what if instead of it being a movie montage set to the soundtrack of his life, this was real life itself? Well, sort of. Here's what it actually looks like when someone ages over the course of 60 years. If you want to study something as ephemeral as time passing, you need some clever tricks. In the early 2000s, a group of Japanese researchers created a time lapse by taking a photo of the same subject every 30 minutes for a week. By compiling the photos into a movie, they were able to capture time moving forward, all thanks to their subject's very own body clock, the ticking clock of human aging. A little less than 10 months after fertilization, a zygote emerges. At about 40 weeks, a baby is born, and from there, adulthood is reached around 18 years later. The aging process speeds up significantly from here, with middle age beginning around 60 years and ending at around 75. Finally, we reach the end of the natural lifespan, with death coming somewhere around 80 years. But while the general timeline of aging might be relatively universal across humans, what exactly causes it is more complicated. So here's a look at the current state of knowledge regarding the root of aging. One thing is certain, aging is not just about time passing. That would be like saying hunger is just about time passing between meals. Sure, it's related, but there has to be more going on. And scientists have put forth several theories to explain what that might be. So what causes aging? The answer could be as simple as mistakes. You see, adult humans only use about 20% of their genome, the complete set of DNA in a cell. For the other 80% is mostly silent. However, that doesn't mean it's inactive. Over time, cells divide, and as the copies of DNA are passed along, changes can creep in. Some are neutral, but others accumulate and cause problems, leading to diseases like cancer. One way these errors occur is through the shortening of telomeres. Telomeres are protective DNA sections at the ends of chromosomes. They keep our genetic information from being damaged during replication. But with each split, some of the telomere gets worn away. Once they become too short, cells can no longer replicate properly, leading to aging. That's because without telomeres, ends of our chromosomes become vulnerable, so cells stop dividing altogether. This gradual loss of replicative ability eventually takes its toll on us. But shortening telomeres isn't the only molecular mechanism at play. Cells are constantly under attack by free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage DNA, proteins, and lipids. Free radicals are produced naturally by the body as a byproduct of normal metabolism. But external factors such as UV radiation and pollutants can also introduce them. Luckily, our bodies have natural ways of defending against them. But as we get older, oxidative stress starts to take its toll. Free radicals weaken our cells over time, contributing to the aging process. But there's another factor that plays a part too. Mitochondria, often called the powerhouse of the cell, generate most of the chemical energy needed for cells to function. But these structures also suffer with age. As time goes on, mitochondrial DNA becomes damaged, leading to a decline in energy production. Less energy means less efficient cells, which means more damage and a vicious cycle that accelerates aging. Finally, we have epigenetics. Unlike genetic mutations that alter the DNA sequence, epigenetics refers to changes in how our genes are expressed. These changes don't affect the DNA sequence itself, but rather act like switches that turn functions on or off. Epigenetic changes are reversible and can be influenced by our environment and lifestyle. Some epigenetic changes are beneficial, helping cells adapt to their environment. However, over time, these changes can accumulate and contribute to aging. So it seems that aging is caused by several different molecular mechanisms, each contributing to the decline of our cells and tissues. Understanding these underlying causes is crucial for developing effective anti-aging intervention. Imagine that a small change in your daily routine could help you live longer. It sounds almost too good to be true, but according to research, cutting back on food intake could potentially extend your lifespan. Caloric restriction, which involves reducing calorie consumption by 30 to 40% while still meeting nutrient needs, has been shown to increase lifespan in various organisms, from yeast to worms to mice. While human trials are limited, studies suggest that caloric restriction can improve health and extend lifespan. It turns out that by reducing the amount of food we eat, we can slow down the aging process. Another promising approach to combating aging is through the use of senolytics. Senolytics are drugs that target and eliminate senescent cells, which are cells that have stopped dividing but haven't yet died. These zombie cells can accumulate in our tissues and release harmful substances that damage surrounding cells. By getting rid of them, we can reduce inflammation and improve tissue function. Early research suggests that senolytic drugs may help alleviate symptoms of age-related diseases, paving the way for potential anti-aging therapies. We've barely scratched the surface of anti-aging research. Scientists are exploring everything from hormone replacement therapy to nanotechnology to help us understand and potentially manipulate the aging process. One of the most exciting areas of research is in gene editing, particularly with a tool called CRISPR. CRISPR allows scientists to precisely modify DNA sequences, opening the door to potential cures for genetic disorders and even interventions to slow aging. By targeting genes involved in age-related diseases or those that regulate cellular senescence, we may be able to develop new ways to combat aging. For example, in a 2022 study, researchers used CRISPR to remove a gene called NAMPT from immune cells in mice. NAMPT is involved in producing a molecule that helps repair DNA. Without it, immune cells age faster, but were also more likely to die, which led to fewer inflammatory side effects. Now, removing a gene isn't exactly a common anti-aging treatment. Instead, it could be used to treat specific conditions associated with aging. Either way, research like this opens the door to potential new therapies. But it's not all about the science. Lifestyle factors also play a crucial role in healthy long-term living. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and stress management can all contribute to healthy aging. Exercise keeps our muscles and bones strong, improves cardiovascular health, and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provides essential nutrients while promoting healthy cell function. Stress management techniques such as yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature help us cope with the inevitable stresses of life. By adopting these lifestyle habits, we can actively participate in our own health and well-being, potentially extending our lifespan and improving our quality of life as we age. We might not be able to freeze time just yet, but we are not powerless either. With a deeper understanding of the biological processes driving aging, we're taking steps to extend our lifespans and improve our quality of life. From caloric restriction to senolytics and gene editing, research is unraveling the complexities of aging. By adopting healthy lifestyle habits, we can complement these scientific advancements, potentially adding years to our lives. As we continue to explore the mysteries of aging, one thing becomes clear: the pursuit of longevity is not just about living longer. It's about living healthier, more fulfilling lives. In the near future, we could be celebrating not just birthdays, but the milestones that come with decades more of life. Thanks for watching this episode of SCI Show.